Look at what we're going to make today. Look, 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 look. It's so pretty and easy. Hello, everyone. Emily here. I am going to make a blanket, and I'm going to use this inspiration, Caron Spice Cakes. My daughter gave me these for Christmas, and I just haven't started. I have 4 skeins. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 skeins. I'm going to make a throw with this. I think it's really pretty. Let's see here. This calls for a US 11, which is an 8mm crochet hook, and that is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use an 8. That's a pretty blanket there. I've decided I am going to start from the outside. Now, when I made my little eyelet blanket with the cupcake yarn, I did start from the outside, and I usually do start from the middle, but I gotta say, it was really nice to pull it from the outside, and as I got closer to the end, and it wasn't all knotted. And a lot of the times when you take it out of the middle, when you start to get to the end, it seems to just be knotted, and it did not on me, so I'm gonna use mine from the outside. This yarn has beautiful color. It has a lot of purple. And I'm just really excited to see how it's going to turn out. So this 8mm is a very nice and thick crochet hook. I'm going to tie a knot around this about my long skein to make a slip knot. I've been doing it different ways, but sometimes I just go back to the way I learned. Now I have my slip knot, and I'm just going to make a chain. Now, you don't have to have any specific number. I am going to do a very simple crochet stitch. It is going to be a double crochet, and it's just where you place your stitch that is important. If you can do a double crochet and chain, and a chain 1, you can do this. I guess a chain 1 is considered what you do for a chain. So sometimes I confuse myself. Don't need to confuse you. So I am just going to make my foundation as wide as I want it to. You could do this for your length if you wanted to. I, however, am doing it for my width. I am making a lap blanket, which I really do enjoy making. I like to bring my fingers up to control my yarn. I think the only thing with having your yarn coming from the outside of your project is that it doesn't just come out of it. It doesn't come out as smooth. I got to keep pulling my yarn or it will get tight. Mess with my whole entire body and being. Okay, wow, those colors are really pretty. I think it's as white as I want it. So I'm going to put my finger, I always do this, I know I didn't count them, but I'm going to put my finger on this last stitch, and I'm going to chain 1 and chain 2. This is going to be my last stitch. So let's go ahead and put a stitch marker, my earring, on this last stitch here. I'm going to yarn over and go into, it is going to be the third stitch. I'm going to go on 1 loop, and I'm going to do my double crochet. I'm only going to go underneath 1 strand of yarn. I'm going to do that all the way across. I can see that this is going to work up quite fast with this huge crochet hook. I did get this for Christmas. It's the end of February now, so I've been holding on to it, trying to get rid of some of my stash yarn before I start making a project with this yarn. So I'm really excited to get this started. So please go back and look at my blankets I made. I made an eyelet baby blanket with some yarn that I was given last year. And I also tried to make baby blankets using up my scrap yarn. I'm here at the end. I did fold my tail over. So I'm going to go to the very end with my double crochets. I'm here at the end. And I'm going to grab me another marker. So I have me a marker here, one of my earrings, and I am going to chain 2. 1, 2. And I'm going to put my marker in that chain, that top of that chain 2, because that's going to be my last stitch. And I'm going to turn my work. Now here comes the pattern we're going to use for the rest of the blanket. So you can see here are double crochets, and you can see each stitch. So usually you just go inside this stitch, go into this one, go into this one. We are going to yarn over and we're going to go in there, but we're going to go around and come out on the other side. And that's where we're going to be doing our double crochets. So you can see it here again, the next stitch. I'm going to yarn over, I'm going to go into that next stitch, but instead of pulling my yarn through, I'm going to come out on the other side. So I'm kind of going to the opposite side. See, I'm going to go in here and come through here. And if you're left-handed, because of course I am right-handed, you could do the same thing. You'd just be going in the opposite direction. I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to go in one side and come out the other. You can hear my cats. Don't they make so much noise? That's only one. Everybody else is asleep. That's just little Miles. Oh my goodness. He's the youngest one, so he has to run around and play. Anyway, let's do it again. We're just going to go in one side, come out right on the other side. And we're just going to keep doing that all the way across. And see the pattern, it's just a little bit different than if you went inside there. It is a lot flatter. And on the other side, you have like this little row. And it looks kind of knitted. So let's just keep going. So we're going to have a really pretty unique pattern. And it's just a little bit different than doing the regular double crochet. We're going to yarn over. We're going to go into that stitch and come out on the other side. And you can start getting pretty fast. I don't crochet as fast as I used to in my early days. Isn't that pretty? I put the light on just so you can get a better view. So you are going in the same place you would go into if you're doing the regular. going to go in the stitch, but you're not going to pull your yarn through. You're just going to go into the one next to it. Then you're going to be going right back into that same one to grab your yarn and pull it through. You want to make sure that you go into these spaces, each one. It's very important. And we're going to go into our marker. And if I can only go under one strand, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to chain 2. I'm going to put my stitch marker back on there because it's really hard to find if you don't have your stitch marker. And then I'm going to turn my work. I've been working on it a bit here. Over it. But my ends are looking really good. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do a border on this because I really like the way it looks. So you can see the pattern when I turn it this way. How you have these stripes that look like it's knitted. They do stand out. And on the other side, you get the same effect. So both sides pretty close, look the same. This part looks like it's going in a little bit more than this side. This side kind of looks like the right side. But when it's a blanket and someone's using it, they're not going to care what side they see because they both pretty much look the same and they're very pretty. This is really thick. I have 5 skeins. This is how much of the first skein I have left. So you can see that from the tip of my finger, and I have 5 skeins. So I'm assuming I might be able to get one more row out of that. And so maybe this, I'll have to order some more yarn that's the same color, or it will be a baby blanket, I'm not sure. I'll just have to wait to see how far I get with these 5 colors, or 5 skeins. But look at the color, isn't it beautiful? It's absolutely gorgeous. I am extremely happy with it. And I love the fact that the purple is the main color. It's just gorgeous. I finished my blanket. I'm really happy with it. Isn't it beautiful? Look at all those gorgeous colors. Now it does measure 4 by 4 feet, so it's like a perfect square. I did use 5 skeins, and it's just very pretty. I do like the pattern. It's really thick, very thick. And you can see how it just comes up. This just makes it pop, that line. This side you can see it a lot better. But isn't it beautiful? I'm really happy with this. I think it's gorgeous. And I just love the color. My daughter picked out a beautiful color. Well, I hope you guys give this a try and you like this tutorial. You have a great day, stay safe, and I will be back soon. Bye!